Okay, so today's lesson is 4.4, multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. So here's your steps. Step 1, change any mixed number to an improper fraction. Step 2 is to reduce. Step 3 is to multiply straight across. And step 4 is to simplify if necessary. When it means to simplify, it means to reduce to its lowest terms. So here's your examples. Let's look at number 1. Says 4/15 times 5/8. So step 1 says to change any mixed numbers. So do we have any mixed numbers here? We don't, so we don't have to do anything about changing it to an improper fraction. So now when we have to reduce, we are going to reduce diagonally. You have to have a numerator and a denominator to be able to reduce. So you look at 4/15, that can't be reduced. 5/8, that can't be reduced. But now let's look at 4 and 8. Those can be reduced. Think about a number that both of them will go into evenly. Well, it'll be 4. So now you're going to say to yourself, 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 8 twice. Now let's look at 5 and 15. 5 goes into 5 once, and 5 goes into 15 3 times. Now you can multiply across. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. So your answer is 1/6. Now some students don't like to reduce diagonally. So you could, if you wanted to, just multiply straight across. Now sometimes multiplying straight across, you'll get a huge number, so it's easier to reduce diagonally. So let's look at this. 4 times 5 is 20, and 15 times 8 is 120. So you could do that, but now you have to reduce 20 over 120. Well, you can cross out your zeros because 10 goes into both of them. Now you can divide top and bottom by 2, and you'll still get the answer of 1/6. This is easy to do because the numbers are small, but if the numbers are big, it is harder to reduce if you have a huge number. So go ahead and try number 2 on your own, and then when you're ready, push play. All right, so you should have seen that 12 and 24, the number that goes into both of them is 12. So 12 goes into 12 once, 12 goes into 24 twice. Looking at diagonally, 13 goes into 13 once, and 13 goes into 13 once. Multiply across, and you get 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 2 is 2. And so the answer is 1/2. Now you could have multiplied 12 times 13 and 13 times 24, but you'll get a huge number, and that's just really hard to reduce. Let's try number 3 together. Now you have a mixed number. So step 1 says to change any mixed number to an improper fraction. So you have to do your circle of fun. You have your multiplication and you have your addition. Always show me that you know that you're doing your circle of fun. So 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 more is 6. That's your numerator. Your denominator stays the same. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 more is 10. And your denominator stays the same. Now you're going to reduce diagonally. So now you have 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice, 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 10 twice. Multiply across, 2 times 2 is 4, and 1 times 1 is 1. But 4 over 1 is a whole number 4. Go ahead and try number 4 on your own, and when you're ready, go ahead and push play. So you should have known to do circle of fun. So 5 times 4 is 20 plus 4 more is 24 over 5 times 15 twelfths. Okay, looking at this, you know you can reduce diagonally. So 12 goes into 12 once, 12 goes into 24 twice. 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 15 3 times. Now multiply across. 2 times 3 is 6, 1 times 1 is 1, and that your whole number is 6. I don't want you to think that you have, anytime that you have a mixed number, your answer is always going to be a whole number. So let's try a different one. So write this one down. Number 5. You have 1 and 3/4 times 2 and 5/6. go ahead and try to solve this. When you're ready, push play. So you should have done the circle of fun. So 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3 more is 7/4 times 2 times 6 is 12 plus 5 is 17/6. Now let's look at reducing diagonally. 6 and 7 you can't reduce, and 7 and 14 you can't reduce. So now that tells you that you have to multiply across. So 7 times 17 is 119, and 4 times 6 is 24. You cannot leave this as an improper fraction, and the reason why is because you started out with a mixed number. Your answer has to be a mixed number. So now this tells you that you have to divide. 119 is inside, 24 is inside. How many times does 24 go into 119? This is 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. Subtract, and you get the answer of 23. 23 is your numerator, and your denominator is 24. So your answer is 4 and 23/24.